Hi everyone, my name is Amy and I fly helicopters. I'm a helicopter pilot. I am super grateful for this opportunity, and I'd like to take a moment to tell you a little bit about myself. The day after my 24th birthday, my dad and best friend at the time passed away after battling colon cancer. And since then, I've been growing my hair out, and then every 5 years I cut it off and donate it. This year I donated 2 weeks for kids. After my dad died, things got pretty rough for my mom, as you can imagine, in all different capacities, but especially financially. And so I do what I can to help out, but since I've been in flight school, that help has been spread pretty thin, to put it mildly. So this scholarship would not only be impacting my budget, but it would also be supporting her budget, and for that I can't say thank you enough. One of my biggest supporters, my best supporter and best friend, is my husband, and we go on all kinds of adventures together. We've built our own house. We live in a tiny house, and it's parked at a dog rescue, and as part of what we do professionally, we offer therapeutic, holistic wellness sessions with the dogs that come to stay there. As far as our people practice goes, we have an office in Eugene, Oregon, where we receive clients, and the practice is based on an ancient Japanese hands-on healing art. It's called Jinshin Jitsu, and there's our office building. And the following slides are some pictures of some of our clients. This gentleman volunteered to be in pictures, and here I'm doing a little self-help. I do a blog for our website, and so I'm always publishing pictures of myself doing self-help. Let's see, the idea behind this practice really started because we wanted a way to be able to work doing something that was really heart-centered for us and was having us follow our passion, and also something that we could travel with and share with the communities that we were interacting with while we were traveling, and in that way being able to be of service wherever we go. And that's really where the idea of being a conservation pilot came from. Ideally, I'd love to get a contract working for African Parks Network and support the communities of people and wildlife living in the human-wildlife conflict zones. So that's speaking to things like poaching, killing animals for bushmeat, rehabilitating the parks, repopulating the parks, transporting the animals, you know, you name it. However I could be of support, that's what I want to do. So some traits that help me shine. I talked to some friends and family about this, and I got a list of some good ideas that I'm going to share with you here. So they said that I am persistent, determined, intelligent, clear communicator. I have a heightened sense of awareness. I'm super empathetic. I'm really good at seeing all sides of a situation. I have a lot of personality. I really like a good challenge, and I tend to be pretty adventurous. I'm also really flexible, so for example, in the scope of general aviation, when plans change. It's all good. I roll with it and I come up with a plan B. As far as a life challenge that I experienced and you know, what kind of resolution came of it, I'm thinking about a trip that my husband and I made from Florida to Mexico and then down to Guatemala. We loaded up our truck and brought our dog with us, who at the time was in a wheelchair, and you'll see pictures of him in just a little bit. He's closer to the end of this slideshow. Our families said that it was too dangerous and that we were putting ourselves in harm's way and we needed to reconsider and not take the trip. Well, initially they started to get to us and we were doubting whether or not this trip was a good idea, and in the end we said, you know what, there are people living in civil unrest all over the world every day, and you can't let that stop you from living. You have to keep going. You have to still follow your heart and, you know, do what you need to do in order to feel alive and feel that passion. We stayed with over 20 families of friends of ours from Southeast Florida, where we had been working in landscaping at the time, and it was good. We didn't ever feel like we were in danger. No kidnapping, no narcos, none of that. So my takeaway from the trip was that it was an incredible experience. I wouldn't ever trade it for anything, and if I had to, I would do it all over again. But you know, you want to make a plan and you want to be clear on the details, but you also want to be flexible and you want to be aware and you want to stay grateful and recognize that we, in this country anyway, have the luxury to travel like that, and, you know, just be thoughtful, be respectful. So back to helicoptering. I am a private pilot right now, and I'm working on my instrument rating. I've got about 40 hours under the hood, and that rating should be completed by December 2019. And at that point, I'll be moving down to Cedar City, Utah, where I am starting my commercial flight lab through Southern Utah University, where I am enrolled currently as a Master's of Interdisciplinary Studies student, MIS degree. My focus is on aviation and professional communication. Ultimately, once I have my commercial pilot certificate, excuse me, I'll be moving into the CFI, CFII realm and getting additional ratings in night vision goggles, long line external load operations. You know, Southern Utah University boasts the highest elevation of any flight school in the U.S., and I think that is a really super nice shiny gold star to be able to put on any resume of a future employer. While I'm here in Eugene still, I am volunteering. I do things like organize air marking for the Oregon Pines 99s, the chapter that I belong to. I'm also a freelance writer, and I am on the board of directors for a farm animal sanctuary. I am also the newest editor for the Whirly Girls Collective Pitch newsletter, and we just finished the winter edition and it should be coming out soon. So if you are a Whirly Girl in good standing, you will be receiving that newsletter and you can explore my blood, sweat, and tears. How am I supplementing my training costs? Working, 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 and working some more. Remember, it's a good flight if you land the aircraft. Thank you. Be well.